New World not only offers opportunities for crafting from gatherings, but also as high a level as possible. However, it also allows you to compete in the two types of gameplay that I will discuss here. There are two types of gameplay, PvE and PvP. Of course, as a player, you want to dominate PvP and PvE. Both of these gameplays require different weapons, as well as weapon profiles. You must understand the tier of weapons you need so that your gameplay runs smoothly. Let's break it down one by one. Sword and Shield. We'll rank this weapon as B tier for PvE and B tier for PvP. If you want to be tanky, this weapon is great for you. Sword and Shield have massive single target damage and the ability to last in the battle for a long time. It can be very defensive or deal a lot of damage depending on the build. Rapiers. We'll rank this weapon as B tier for PvE and A tier for PvP. The rapier is great for dealing a lot of damage combined with enormous speed. It also gives you the ability to dodge, which can be used to cancel attacks and other mechanics. The problem is that the rapier lacks range, so knowing how to use it takes a bit of time. Hatchets. We'll rank this weapon as A tier for PvE and S tier for PvP. Healing is very important to fight and stay alive. That's where Hatchet comes into play. This weapon can decrease the healing effect while remaining a force to be reckoned with in terms of damage and mobility. Spears. We'll rank this weapon as A tier for PvE and B tier for PvP. A very fun weapon to use because of its long range. It's pretty slow, and it can be a game changer in some situations. This is great for dispensing debuffs and crowd control while staying at a safe distance. Great Axes. We'll rank this weapon as S tier for PvE and A tier for PvP. This weapon allows you to do massive amounts of AoE damage and defend yourself. The amount of damage this weapon deals complements the sustain gained from lifesteal, which makes it a great choice when playing as a frontliner. War Hammers. We'll rank this weapon as S tier for PvE and A tier for PvP. Great damage but lacking in mobility. Warhammer can be used for a lot of crowd control and relentless attacks that can bring you victory under the right conditions. Bows. We'll rank this weapon as B tier for PvE and B tier for PvP. A good choice for a secondary weapon that can do a lot of damage from a distance. It can apply debuffs and scale very well with other dexterity-type weapons. Muskets. We'll rank this weapon as B tier for PvE and A tier for PvP. A great ranged weapon that some players will love for their ability to aim well. The downside comes when players are not that experienced. Fire Staffs. We'll rank this weapon as A tier for PvE and B tier for PvP. The Fire Staff focused on dealing large amounts of damage over long distances. This is a fairly safe weapon with a lot of flexibility. The only drawback is mana consumption, which can be quite difficult to manage at times. Life Staffs. We'll rank this weapon as S tier for PvE and S tier for PvP. Life Staff gives you the best of it with the ability to keep yourself and other players alive. It's quite versatile depending on your playstyle, as you can either be a front line that can withstand a lot of damage or sit back and support an ally. Ice Gauntlets. We'll rank this weapon as A tier for PvE and S tier for PvP. Ice Gauntlet has many variations. It can control enemies and deal a lot of damage. On top of that, being able to regenerate a lot of mana and become invulnerable to the Entombed ability was something that couldn't be ignored. It's a great weapon, and you can't go wrong with it. Void Gauntlets. We'll rank this weapon as S tier for PvE and S tier for PvP. The Void Gauntlet allows players to switch between DPS and healers, which makes it the most versatile weapon on this list. This makes Void Gauntlet useful when playing solo. In conclusion, the best combo in New World right now is Life Staff and Void Gauntlet. Since both of those weapons are in S tier on PvP and PvE. We also make a video about the best weapon combination for PvP, make sure to check out that video. And that's it for today's video. Comment below what you want to know. Warning! Please be aware of scams regarding the use of the Mmopilot name. You can only access the official Mmopilot at check our bio.